Alright, today we're working on a 2002 Mazda Millen S supercharged. Going to be removing the radiator to tighten up a loose fitting for the transmissions, which is causing transmission fluid to leak. First, I'm draining the radiator. Pull the plug on the bottom. Right here's the plug. It's this Phillips plug. Pull it out. Make sure you save your fluids. Okay, first step is I took a bolt out here, here, and here. Take this cover off. That gives you access to this area. Now here, unloosen this fitting, pull your clamps off, pull these two plugs. There's another plug here I'm getting ready to pull off here in a second. But you can remove this, take the filter out, leaves the box, goes to the next port. Okay, now that we remove the clamps, plugs are both off, I'm going to go ahead and remove the airflow meter. Set that to the side. Gives you access to filter. I'm going to take the filter out. Here's the filter box. We're going to take this out by, there's a screw here, a screw there, and a screw here. Okay, I pulled the plugs out of the way, tucked them behind there. I got the screws out. I'm going to pull the box out now. Just got to kind of wiggle it out of the area. Once you get it out, maybe part there that comes out. Gaining access to here gives you more access. Now, since I am taking the radiator out, I'm going to take off the reservoir next. Make sure you empty out the fluids through the radiator to drain out into your, let's check and see, make sure we're still dripping. Yeah, we still are. Alright. Now, take off the reservoir. The cap was loose to make sure you get proper suction through. One screw, two screws, and there's a third screw just below this point here, just at the base there. We're going to remove those. Overflow hose goes over here. Then you got the hose in the bottom. You can remove this clamp, catch all your fluids. Okay, screws are out. Tank is loose. We'll start over here. You can see that wire or hose goes right into there. There's a connector. Let's use some pliers and we'll get that off. And we'll pull this reservoir up out the way and slide it to the side. We may not have to actually take this clamp off and hose. I might just be able to pull it out of the way just enough to get the radiator out. Okay, now that we've pulled the clamp back off of the hose there, the fitting. Okay, just grab a hole. We're going to pull back a little bit. Should be loose enough. If not, I'll just kind of turn it back and forth as I pull there. There, see, it came loose. See that? It's off there. Off that. Okay. Now, so what I'm going to do is hold this up, pull the reservoir tank up. Yes, I can set it out of the way. Possibly. Just enough to get into these transmission lines. The thing that is leaking would be this line here. The fitting that's under here needs to just be tightened up. Okay, so since that, we're going to take these two bolts. These two bolts here come off. In the meantime, there are the bolts to the fan, which one I've started on one and got it loose. There's one more about 6 inches below, and there would be it on this side. And then for the fan, there's another bolt there and another bolt here for the secondary fan over here, which when you take it off. We're going to take the fans off now. Come on, focus. Focus. Come on, focus, man. Shit. Okay, here we go. Okay, now, well, I put the reservoir back with a bungee cord. Just a little bit of tension, not a lot, just to hold it out of the way. Okay, something else you're going to have to do if you have the supercharged model, which is you're going to have to take this bolt, and there's 2 bolts there, 1, 2 on this intercooler for the supercharger. These clamps, you pinch them with large pliers, pull them off, slide them down, take them bolts off, slide that right off of there. Place it out of the way, it gives you access and enough gappage through here. Okay, now make sure you unplug your fan, which as you see there. Mine just fall apart, so that's great. But anyway, I already took the bolts out. The fan's ready to come out. I'm going to see how easily I can slide it out. Kind of easy there. Alright, be back for step. Now most of these bolts that hold the radiator, fan, the air box, a lot of the other components here are all 10 millimeters. However, the intercooler is going to be a 12 millimeter, I believe. Yes, 12 millimeter. So at least most of them are one size.